Hello there, my name is Wokianaru, and welcome back for another round of Painter Simulator. So this time we're painting another lady, apparently. But we're painting a Leonardo da Vinci. So we're getting into the really popular stuff. Okay, so is all of this just like... all of them are going to happen at this place? Also, is this like a place I'm supposed to recognize? I feel like it's supposed to be a place that I'm supposed to recognize. But apparently I'm just not worldly enough. Where's the door? Oh, there it is. Pew. Pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Oh, wow. Oh, with that one you can really see the outlines. Wow. That's a good one. Oh, 36? 38? Holy moly, this one's going to take forever to paint. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to do this just to get through, like, some of them. Because for one, I am not, like, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm confused that it allows for some of those to stay there, like some of the stuff to stay there. Can I get my rain cloud? Oh, it actually hit something. I say that with a little bit of disappointment, because the fact that it finally hit something. I've used that rain cloud like 2-3 times now, and it never hits anything. Also, I will apologize now. I mean, with just my ramblings, hopefully it'll cover it up, but it's, you know, it's still winter, so it's still absolutely freezing here. But I've now had this happen at, like, where I live and where I work. Our furnace broke. It broke. We had a person come out today, and they're like, okay, hopefully I was the one that was here, and I was just kind of hoping that it would be one of those, like, okay, I just need to fix this thing and then it'll be good. No, they've got to order a part. So once they order the part, then it'll come in, but for right now, our furnace just doesn't work. And so we have a multitude of like space heaters out and whatnot. So I've got a space heater down here finally. I did have one at one point down here, but I think it just died. I mean, it was old and like had been used a lot. And so finally it just kind of, it was its time. But yeah, it is now. We're now highly depending on that. Like, I have it set up like so that I was remade my bed earlier today and did it where so I had 2 comforters and then like another blanket on top of that. Cuz I know I'm going to hate this. But I'll survive. I mean, I go back into work in, a day, so it happens. So I just have to survive until then. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is... Okay, so it looks like this is... 4 is going to be a lot of it. Okay, so... I'm hoping, I'm assuming they're going to give me, little fun facts like they've done in the past. They're going to give me some form of, fact at the end once I finish the painting. I just, what is it? Every single time I always forget what there it is. It's like I is the skill tree. Is the spray good? I really just need it to be like, here's my, like, none of them are my specific, my thing, my current like sprayer. Let's start with the, let's just start with this. We'll start with that. Out of sheer curiosity. That one works. That one works. Okay, so it's just one of those, I'm coloring a lot of the same thing. It's like just, I mean, it's kind of like the last painting I did, where it was a lot of just the same shade, or a lot of like slightly different shades of one thing. This one, however, this is actually a darker red, I'd say. If the fire hose isn't lying to me. Am I just not seeing any 10s? Okay, there's some. What makes a painting good? What makes us decide? Yeah, we're gonna go philosophy in this house. We're not going art history. We're going philosophy. Even though, again, that was not what I majored in college. feel me? If I can get myself out of the teens, like into the 20s, then I'll be happy. I'll start working with more like just the other brushes and whatnot. Because right now it's just there's way too much. Like I said, that we're seeing at least the highest number I've seen is 38, but it may go higher. Like I could go through and scroll through and be like, okay, this is the number. Did I skip 17? I did skip 17. Oh, see, you know what? Last time I talked about the, I think I've brought it up a couple times, honestly. The class that I had to take in college when, because if you didn't know, I started off not as a film major, but as a theater major. I was a theater major with a specialization in acting and directing. And because at the time they changed the requirements like when COVID hit and whatnot, of like you have to have a certain GPA and all these other sorts of things before you can be in the film field. And but then, like I said, they changed it. But I took a class. It was honestly a pretty interesting class. It was on. I don't know. I don't remember what the name of it was. Like the specific name, but it was a lot of. We went through art and construction. It was mainly construction because that's what it was. But it was like eras of construction history because you were focusing on that for like set building, you know, because you go through so many different plays and there's so many different plays set in different times, different places, and they all have these different you know, they all have different looks about them. And I think that, I don't know if it was then or if it was later that I learned that I really don't like Art Nouveau. I want to make sure. I think it's Art Nouveau. There's no Art Deco. Yeah, I don't like Art Deco. I've never liked Art Deco. That designs those. I've seen someone. There's Art Nouveau and Art Deco, and I've seen someone compare that to Art Nouveau is elves and Art Deco is dwarves. Art Deco is like a lot of those, like, okay, think of Great Gatsby. That's that time, the 20s and whatnot was a lot of Art Deco, and I don't like it. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. I like Art Nouveau, though. I mean, I like a lot of the styles that I saw, but there were others that you're just like, I mean, it's an interesting thing because I think that would be a useful thing later on in life, actually. Not only with, like, with movie production and whatnot, but also if I ever get so lucky as to be able to purchase a house. I know what I do and don't like a little bit more, you know? You can go through a house and be like, oh, I don't like this design. Or I mean, I already knew how to. before I did it, but one of the requirements, it was basically just, it was literally, it was a way to get free labor. I'll say it like that. It was a way to get free labor, but they passed it off as like a shop design class or whatever. But every first year, it was, if you were not participating in a show that the college put on, like if you were not a cast member, then you had to go work in their scene shop, which, you know, is an actual like construction workshop where they built the, you know, built the sets. And luckily I already knew some construction, so I was a little bit more help than other people, but I think it is useful. Having some construction knowledge and whatnot is very useful. There's a lot of things that I learned that people don't know, and like they don't know it in life, and they like they're a certain age, and it's like, how do you not know this? The knowledge in which the knowledge gaps between different people is crazy to me. Because, you know, we have, you know, people that specialize in things, or people that just don't want to learn things, or people that are just never taught specific things. So I know how to cook. I know how to, like I said, I know some construction things. I know some basic maintenance things. I know car maintenance and all those things. But then, you know, I guarantee you probably know. You think about it. Depending on your age, I actually checked my age. The age for my audience is actually around my age, as far as I noticed. I guarantee some of you, if you are not guilty of it yourself, you know someone that doesn't know a lot of those things, a lot of those basic maintenance or you know, how to cook, those sorts of things. That was a thing for, I mean, just for my parents, of course, it was one of those you really want to get your kids used to and ready for the world. So, like, anytime one of my dad's kids moved out of the house, their first Christmas gift moving out of the house was a toolbox. Not just like a toolbox, but like a tool set, a basic tool set that you know, add to over a while. But, you know, just so that we had those things. We already knew how to use them, but it was like, here are your tools. You're an adult now who now lives outside of the house. You're going to have to, at some point or another, more than likely, you're going to have to fix something, or, you know. I do like this. Okay, so the rocket launcher is really, really useful, but this one, I think it's just bomb. I think that's what it is, like the paint bomb or something like that, is kind of useful, especially with one like this, because it's very much, I'm learning, you know, I shoot the bomb, and then I can look for, it does that thing where it splatters, so I can see, okay, there's a little bit of, you know, it's not a full square over here. It's like you slightly filled in. So, okay, there's got to be more of that color over here. So I go and I look over there. It's pretty useful. I've mentioned this before. It just came back up with just my thoughts of the cold. I've worked a multitude of different jobs. And you think, and I guarantee lots of you out there will probably have this, like, when I say this, you'll be like, I've had that thought too, or I've had those thoughts too, where you're, especially if you're in the service industry, if if you work at a restaurant, or if you work like me, I work in healthcare, you have those thoughts of, you go to work and it's like a real crap day out, it is a really, really bad day out. Either, it's pouring rain for like 95% of the day. Oh my God, there's 42 at least. Or like we just had the other day where it was literally in negative temps. Like the other day where Texas and Florida were getting snow, and it was negative degrees up here. But you think to yourself, okay, it's such a bad day that people aren't going to want to go out of their house. They're not going to want to leave their house for, okay, at least 45. Okay, I'm seeing 45. Yeah, 45. But you think to yourself, they're not going to want to leave their house. Why would they want to leave their house? It's, it's nice. It's warm. It's one of those days where we stay in and you don't go out for anything unless you absolutely have to. So you think it's going to be a slow day for me at work. That's what you think. You very specifically think that. You're like, it'll be a slow day. I about said the Q word. I could say it because I'm not at work right now. But me and all of my coworkers that I work with in the office I work in have the understanding that the word quiet is banned. That word is banned in our office. And anytime a patient comes in and they're I'll be checking them in or something like that, and they'll be like, "Have you had a quiet day so far?" And we just immediately groan and are like, "Don't use that word here," because the minute there's in so many different jobs, there's like, you don't say specific words on job sites. I think quiet is also a specific thing for like police and whatnot. You don't use that word. You have like these forbidden words at these jobs because it jinxes the day. And it's like, you've said the word quiet. Now we're going to be hustling and bustling the entire freaking day because you said that word. And 95% of the time, it's true. It's absolutely true. You say the word quiet, and then we're like, oh, we're going to be here for an extra half an hour at least because you've said that. Because someone's going to come in 10 minutes before we close, and they're going to be super, either like they have a super specific thing, or oh my God, you do not know the amount of times that I've had someone come in like really close. I mean, and I can't complain. I can't complain too much because, this person's in pain. They're dealing with something. But the amount of times that we've had people come in so close to close that need sutures done. So, that need stitches done. And you're just like, really? Why'd you have to do us like that? And I mean, of course, we serve them and whatnot. We do help them. We help people to the extent in which we can help them. Because, you know, working at an urgent care, there is a limit to what we can do. I will say that. For especially anyone thinking about going to an urgent care. I do get calls. I get calls pretty regularly of people that, you know, call and say, can you deal with this? Can you deal with that? And of course I'll have to like send them over to my provider, or ask my provider, hey, can you deal with this? Because medicine is a very tricky world. I'll just say, I'll leave it at that. Medicine is a very tricky world because, you know, think about whatever job you work, whatever, and I mean, maybe you're watching this and you're like, haha, I don't work a job. Good for you. But, you know, there's so many people that do, and okay, maybe you're either brand new to your job or you've only been working it for a certain amount of time, or you've come to very specifically like specialize in certain things. That's the case with medicine as well. I mean, there's so much of that in medicine, especially for like I haven't been doing this for this many years, or, hey, you know what? We know someone better. That's why they're specialists. There's, you know, all kinds of like medicinal specialists. Those ones are the ones that really make bank. Wait, is it? Oh, okay, I see. So it's like an actual little ball that it loads in. That's funny. Ta-da! She holding a cat? The lady with an ermine is one of the only 4 preserved portraits of women painted by Leonardo da Vinci. What is an ermine? I'm going to have to look that up because I have no idea what an ermine is. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. So an ermine is I feel like I know them by a different name. I'm going to have to put up a picture of them. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I swear. Well, yeah, it's a short-tailed weasel. It's a sort of weasel or stoat. I think I know it as a weasel. Yeah, that's the thing she's holding. Is the weasel. So I guess next up is Starry Night. How many more pages do I have? Oh, level 5 is so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. What? 7. I don't know about this. Persistence of Memory. I know that one. The Sunflowers. I know that one. Do I know about them? I know the Scream. No, the Mona Lisa. I know the Great Wave. I know more than I think. I'm gonna end this one here though. We are still on our way to 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends and family. put comments down below saying things you'd like me to see me do and whatnot, games you'd like me to play. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.